perfectly disciplined person is always in tune with the wish as an accomplished fact. There's nothing like just jumping into deep water, right? Can't we get our toes wet? No, we're going to get in the deep water sooner or later. Let's just jump right in. So welcome to the It's All Within, Mastering the Law of Consciousness. But let me carry on. The perfectly disciplined person always is in tune with the wish as an accomplished fact. They realize that consciousness is the only reality and that ideas and feelings are facts of consciousness. They're just as real as objects in space are real to the senses. Therefore, they never entertain feelings that don't contribute to their happiness. Or I could say that in a positive way. They always and only entertain feelings that contribute to their happiness. And if they find themselves with feelings that are undesirable, that aren't contributing to their happiness, they know how to counteract it immediately by feeling a stronger sensation of an opposite nature. And we know that the subconscious is non-selective, impersonal, no respecter of persons, accepts what we feel to be true as true. Remember, ideas and feelings are facts of consciousness. And so it's not because we're afraid to feel bad, to have any feelings that are less than something that contributes to happiness, but we understand that the subconscious just accepts what we feel. That's how ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Remember, through the feeling. Feeling is the one and only medium that conveys ideas to the subconscious. So the subconscious just takes what we're impressing upon it as a fact within itself, because everything that can exist does already exist here and now. You already are that which you wish to be. We all are. And it's only the refusal to believe that keeps us from seeing it. But the state of consciousness that we wish to express and experience is already there. It's within us, here and now. So let's take a practical look at this so we can use it in our everyday life. If you feel like there's something missing in your life, in other words, if lack is now in your world, and you cease to be aware of lack by imagining plenty, guess what happens to lack? Lack disappears. Now, how's that possible? Because we placed our attention on what it is we wish to experience rather than what it is we feel we're not experiencing. So let's do an exercise. This will bring it home and you can make this experiential. Assume the feeling of a wish fulfilled. It doesn't matter what the wish is, just assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. And I want you to notice something. Notice the route your attention follows. You'll notice that as long as you remain faithful to that assumption, so long will your attention be confronted with images that are clearly related to that assumption. Now, if you move away from that assumption by taking your attention somewhere else on lack or on appearances, then guess what's going to happen? Your attention is going to be confronted with images clearly related to that, to whatever you've placed your attention on. So it's imperative for us to experience the life that we truly wish to experience, to develop our attention, to control it, and concentrate it. You can't think of two things at the same time. You're not going to have two images, the ability to be aware of two images at once. You can't feel good and bad at the same time. It's not possible. So when we focus our attention on that which, on plenty, for example, or on wealth or on health or whatever your wish was, when you place your attention on that only, that is what you're impressing upon the subconscious. And the subconscious is going to take that as a fact within itself, because it is, and it will objectify it perfectly in our 3D or sensed world. So just play with that exercise. If lack is now in your world and you cease to be aware of it by imagining plenty, That's all you do. Just imagine plenty. Let your focus stay on plenty. Let your attention stay on plenty. The exercise, once again, is just assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, because it is, and notice the route your attention follows. And you'll notice that as long as you remain faithful to that assumption, and that assumption only, so long will your attention be confronted with images that are clearly related to that assumption. Feel the way you wish to feel. Your subconscious is non-personal. It's non-selective and impersonal, I guess is a better way to say that. It's no respecter of persons. It accepts what we feel to be true as true. And it will and must objectify those feelings. So the perfectly disciplined person realizes that feelings are the causes of the actions and circumstances of one's life. Thanks very much for joining me.